Murky on the beat. Murky on the beat.
Legs crossed, back straight, eyes closed. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Deep, long breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel that power of you controlling your breathing. That power that's available to you all the time, wherever you are in life. That power to reconnect to your greatest gift right now. Your presence, your being. Your infinitely intelligent being. The same stuff we're all made of. And with that stuff that we're made of, we can control the most powerful supercomputer in the universe. Your mind. But only you can do it. Only you can control your own mind. So let's do that right now, and let's see the future. Today, our time together, let's see ourselves doing the best we can on every single exercise and stretch. For this is not only the gym that we have available to us right now, in this space wherever we are, but it is also the gym of life, where we grow our minds all the time.
This is that ice cold Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Stylin', wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band bought that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Stop. Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some nigga in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show out. Smoother than a fresh drop. Skip it. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Bitch, say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band bought that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Before we leave, let me tell y'all a little something. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. I said uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you sexed and flown it. If you freak dead and own it. Don't brag about it, come show me. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you sexed and flown it. Well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe it, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh!
Messi.
Good morning, guys. You can control the power of your mind with determination. You know, when I wake up in the morning, I feel the energy of my one word. When I say the word determination, it means so much to me. As you know, it's become my purpose. It's become my very essence, my very being. It was always there. I just know it now, and it's my life purpose. It means making a determination means deciding. It means never giving up until it's done.
You have your purpose in you. You have a truth principle that we're all made up of, which all converges all onto one thing anyhow. And all you need to do is find yours. Or if you don't even know yours, I want you to know you're already living your purpose. You know, you giving me your attention here, you have no idea how much it's helping me. I am so grateful. So wherever you are, you can control the power of your mind with your purpose. Have a great day, everybody.
Great ideas flow through you. Teach yourself that when you are feeling bold, powerful, courageous, ambitious, an idea comes to you, that is the right, perfect idea for you right now. And don't let your head talk you down from doing it. We're so concerned about our friends telling us that our ideas suck. It's us. We feel great one day. This is the entrepreneur roller coaster, right?
Oh my God, this is such a great idea. I could go do this. This is amazing.
And maybe you start taking some action on it, but then what immediately happens is your head starts taking over.
So, well, you can't do that.
And then it stopped. Meanwhile, dummies are winning off of your idea. With less heart, with less drive, with less ambition, with less of a desire to do good, they're winning off of your idea because they went off and did something while you are stuck overthinking your idea. Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and I watch these videos every day because I need them for motivation. Being around successful entrepreneurs every morning helps me believe that I can do great things too. It's like your morning coffee, but for your goals, kickstarting your day with a blast of positivity. So here is a challenge for you. Try watching one video every morning for the next 30 days. And let's find out together if they help you do great things too. If you're in, leave a hashtag believe in the comments below so I can celebrate with you.
Want a soar? Get a mentor. Hey, it's Nina Carmichael, and we made these videos probably because you're the most ambitious person in your circle, but you know you're capable of more, and you need the push by surrounding yourself with the best. So today, let's learn from one of the best, my husband Evan Carmichael, and learn how to stop living a small life and win big. Enjoy.
This is what we do. This is what entrepreneurs, especially the heart-centered ones, do. Stuck constantly overanalyzing, overthinking, and stuck in the mud instead of actually creating. And the way to go through it is to trust in your ideas. If you're concerned that that's too egotistical, like, oh, I'm so great, I got these great ideas, great, take yourself out of the equation. Trust that the idea came from somewhere and it was given to you. And it's your responsibility to birth it into life. It's not even your idea, it was given to you. And then go off and create. One of the things that has really helped me achieve speed and momentum is I've learned to not judge the ideas that come to me. I've just said, you know what, because I came up with this idea, now I have to go do something about it. And sometimes it turns into the next great thing, and sometimes it goes nowhere. That's okay, right? The first top 10 video I ever made on my channel was on Kanye West, and he's behind me on the wall. There he is, Kanye West. Because my friend made a blog post about Kanye that was in a negative light, and so I wanted to make it positive, say, hey, you can learn from him. And so I made a top 10 video on Kanye West just to show my friend. I had other things planned today, shut that all down just to make this one video, just to show my friend, with no plan of this is gonna be my next big idea, right? People say, well, how did you know? I didn't know. I got an idea and I did something about it. I'm not that smart to be able to project 10 years forward and say, here's where the world is going, right? Maybe I can leave that to Elon Musk. I'm not that smart. But it came to me, so I did it. And it turned into something amazing. I've had other ideas that I started and they didn't go anywhere. Either the idea wasn't good enough or more likely, my energy just kind of faded from it. And so I stopped doing it, but at least I gave it a shot. All of these ideas that you've got, you don't know which one's going to work out. They could all be, practically speaking, great ideas. What's the best idea for you? I don't know. You don't know either until you start to try it by taking immediate action on it. You have to trust in your ideas, that they came to you for a reason and you're supposed to do something about them. So how do we start doing it? How do you start taking the action? How do you start getting unstuck in your head of all the stuff that holds us back from actually creating? Let me give you some steps. Step number 1, idea to action. Take your brain out of the equation. There's a phrase that when you're in your head, you're dead. Like as soon as you start overthinking something, it's over. You came up with the idea, you're going to do something about it. When? Today. You came up with the idea, so you're going to do something about it. When? Today. Right now. What's your next idea? What are you thinking of right now? Go do something about it. Immediate action. Because you came up with the idea, therefore you must go do the thing. That's the training you want to give yourself. Doesn't mean you have to go and do some big thing, but you have to get started. Immediate momentum. You want to start a YouTube channel. Great. You pull out your phone and you make a video. Doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what the lighting is. Don't worry about the sound. Don't worry about having a fancy microphone or a fancy camera. You pull out your phone, you press record, and you say you're starting a channel, and you post that first video. Okay? But then it's going to suck. Great. Which leads to point number 2. Expect to suck at the beginning. Why do you expect to be great out of the gate? You will not be great out of the gate. Doesn't mean that you suck as a human. It just means that your product sucks. But it's your first attempt. That's okay. When you try anything, you fall. When you get on a bicycle, you didn't just ride, right? You get a skateboard, you didn't just go. You're going to suck. That's okay. That's the learning process. You're going to learn a lot more and get better a lot quicker by actually trying. Well, we're stuck in learning and researching and planning, and then nothing that ends up getting created. You are wasting your best energy on planning. This is what most people do. This is what happens almost all the time. You come with an idea, you think it's a great idea. Oh my gosh, it's such a great idea. Great. You spend the next day or until you go to sleep planning, researching, preparing. And then you wake up tomorrow and say, I can't do that. That's crazy. That idea I had yesterday is crazy. I can't do that. Who did I think I was to be able to do that? You spent your best energy, your most confident energy, your most bold energy on doing the wrong thing, planning instead of making. Planning is important, but it's not the first thing you should do. The first thing you should do is take some kind of action, some kind of immediate momentum, some kind of commitment, especially to somebody else that you're going to do something. So if you want to start a YouTube channel, you take out your phone and say, hi, I'm going to start my YouTube channel. I don't know what I'm going to make content of. I'm really nervous, but I've been putting this off for 5 years and I'm tired of putting things off. So I don't know, join my journey and let's see how it goes. Great. Post. And as you start making, you're going to get better at it. Your first thing is supposed to suck. If you're going to get started, you're going to start making YouTube videos as an example, and your first video is amazing, then you actually suck. Then you waited too long. Your first version of whatever you do should be terrible. That's okay. So step 1 is listen to the ideas. Trust the ideas. They are right for you because they came to you. You got to do something about it. Take immediate action. And then step number 2 is expect to suck. Reduce the burden of expectation on yourself that you have to be great from the start. As kids, we do this, right? We start, we try, we fail, we laugh, ha ha ha. And as adults, all of a sudden, we're afraid to do anything. And what you do is just slide into more of your comfort zone and more of your comfort zone, more of your comfort zone, and more of your comfort zone, and then realize, why do I hate my life so much? Because you're doing the same thing every day because you're afraid to branch out a little bit. Just expect to suck. Reduce that burden that you have to be amazing. And if you keep practicing and you keep loving it, you keep building it, guess what? You're going to get great at it. It doesn't have to take a decade. There's hacks, there's shortcuts. Model success, you'll get there faster, but you still have to do the journey. And step 1 of the journey is the most important step and is also the most painful step, that it's going to suck. Amazing. Every time you suck at something at the start, pat yourself on the back. You did a good job. Step number 3, and this is just the caveat, is pay attention to your energy when you come up with ideas, okay? I'm assuming you're in a positive, bold, ambitious, confident, courageous state. When you are feeling a positive emotion, the ideas that flow through you are the right ideas for you. However, when you're feeling negative, low, you're feeling judgmental, you're feeling anger, you're feeling depression, you're feeling rage, you're upset that somebody else is having success, when you're in a negative mindset, the ideas that come to you are not the ones for you. Those are the ones to sit on, right? Like, I'm gonna show her. I'm gonna do this thing to him. I'm gonna get my revenge by doing that. Okay, those are the ideas to sit on. And it's funny because those are the ideas we usually act on. The spontaneous ideas that come to you that are negative, you're more likely to act on than the spontaneous ones that come to you that are positive. You're more likely to send that nasty text or leave that negative review or do that negative thing instead of the positive one. And so if you're in a negative state of mind, that's when it's worth waiting till tomorrow. You know, if tomorrow you think it's the right call, okay, then let's think about it. But not in the moment. Don't do the negative ones in the moment. But if it's positive, if you just came back from a seminar, or you're watching this video, or you're around amazing humans and you get these great ideas, those are the ones that you need to take some immediate action on. You have amazing ideas. You have a heart and a soul that wants to serve, that wants to help, that wants to contribute, that wants to not just fill your pockets and fill your bank account, but also contribute and help other people. You know you've got something much bigger inside you. But it does not come out unless you start to listen to those ideas and start to do something about them. So the next time an idea comes to you, maybe you got one right now, maybe something's flowing through you right now, learn to trust that idea. Tell yourself that great ideas flow through you, that you need to take some immediate action on it, and that it's going to suck at the beginning, and that's the best, and that's how you learn. Because if you kept doing that, do that for 3 months, do that for 6 months, do that for 12 months, the amount of amazing things you're going to help create for yourself, for your family, for your community, for the world is going to be just outstanding. And I can't wait to see what you end up making.
Rule number 2, have a mission.
This is
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along
It's Messi. Now Pedro, he can wait.
Good morning, guys. Today in our top 10 rules for success, Jack Ma shares his first rule, and this is a huge one. He says, get used to rejection. And he's a guy who exemplified and personified this. He went through so many different rejections in getting to where he is now. One of the things he said is he got rejected from Harvard 10 times, and then his attitude was, I should go teach there. That's the spirit. That's what the spirit we want to capture. We want to get used to rejection. We want to get used to failure only in the sense that we're adding it to our fuel and desire to learn from it and eventually get to where we want to be, to show that determination. And we all have it in us. So learn from Jack Ma. Learn from all the greats that we're reading about. You know, it's all up to you. So the way you look at your failure is going to determine whether or not you get to where you want to get to. Have a great day, everybody.
Why I hate 5 to 10 year goals. You are not going to be the same person 5 years from today as you are right now, let alone 10 years from today. You won't be the same person. Think of the person who you were 5 years ago. Go back 5 years from today, 5 years, subtract 5 years from today's date, go back to that person. Could that person accurately predict what a happy, successful, joyous, impactful life is for who you are right now? Could that person 5 years ago accurately predict what you today are capable of? Heck no. Heck no. Not if you've been growing, not if you've been learning, not if you've been experiencing life. You're capable of so much more today than you ever thought was possible 5 years ago. And so what makes you think that the person who you are right now can accurately predict what you're going to love doing, what you're going to be great at, your goals, your plans for the next 5 to 10 years? It's not possible. You're thinking small. Here's the thing. I think you could have a 5-year plan or a 10-year plan and hit it. It's just small compared to what you are actually capable of doing. Because you put the blinders on, you stay down this one course, but the best course for you is actually going to swing out here. But you are so stubborn and so focused. Focus can be a great thing, but it can also lead you to play small for life. Instead of having 5 or 10 year goals, I want you to replace them with a mission. I think of Ted Turner's father, and Ted Turner is the guy who started CNN. He owned the Atlanta Braves, super successful philanthropist and billionaire entrepreneur. And when his father achieved his goal, his father wanted to be a millionaire, I think it was, and when he achieved his goal, he killed himself. Ted was a young man, was 20, 21, 22, something like that at the time. And he had to take over his father's business, which was in advertising. So he took over his father's business, and as he started becoming an entrepreneur, he made himself a promise. He said, I want to have a goal so big that I'm never going to accomplish it. Because I saw what happened when my father accomplished his goal. He hated his life and he killed himself. I want to have a mission, a vision so big that it will never happen in my lifetime. It's not going to happen. And then he wakes up every day and he tries to make it happen. I love that. That's what I do in my business. I love that. It's not about hitting that goal in 5 years. It's not about getting 10 million subscribers on my main account or a million subscribers on this account or any of these things. It's nice. They're great accolades. It's great to know that you're making progress, that the work you're doing is having an impact. But it's not about chasing down those results. It's not about chasing down those recognitions and awards and accolades. That's not what it's about. It's about doing the work. It's about getting up every day and trying to solve a big problem. I want to solve the world's biggest problem, untapped human potential. I think most people either one, don't know what they should be doing in life. Most people have no idea what they should be doing. Most people have no idea what they have Michael Jordan level talent at. I think everybody has Michael Jordan level talent at something, has Eric Thomas level talent at something. You should be the Eric Thomas of something. We don't need you to be Eric Thomas. We have one already. He's great. He's amazing. I love him. We need you to take that talent that you have and apply it somewhere else. But most people never find it. Most people never find it, and then they settle. They settle for a crappy life. They settle for a life knowing that they could have done more. 95% of America wakes up and drives to a job that they hate. That's most people. That's where most people live. Some people have found it, but they don't believe in themselves enough to chase it down. You know you have skills at something. You know you're talented at something. You know in the core of you that you want to go off and do this thing. You want to go and be a musician, but your parents want you to be an engineer. And too many people go off and become the engineer and then hate their life. And they blame their parents. It's not your parents' fault. It's your fault. If you know what it is that you want to do and you don't believe in yourself enough to chase it down, that's your fault. That's on you. You have to do it. You have to do it. Because otherwise you're 95 years old, you're in your rocking chair at your old age home, and it's too late and you regret it. You've lived your entire life in regret, knowing that you are capable of more, but you didn't chase it down. That's the mission that I'm on. I want to take as many of those people and flip them. Take as many of those people and move them into the path that is right for them. I want them to find the thing that they love doing and then believe in their Michael Jordan level talent, Eric Thomas level talent to make it happen. That's my mission, but I'm not going to hit everybody. I'm not. It's just not going to happen. That's awesome. That's liberating. That's free. Now I get to go chase it down every day. So when people ask me, where am I going to be in 5 years, 10 years? I don't know. Here's the thing. I could be chasing down YouTube for the rest of my life, but at some point YouTube is going to become MySpace. You know, at some point YouTube is going to be irrelevant. In my lifetime, YouTube will become irrelevant. If I make my goals only YouTube specific, I'm losing. I could hit my goals. I could hit it. But it's nothing compared to what I should be doing. So where am I going to be in 5 to 10 years? I have no idea, but it's going to be doing something awesome. It's going to be something that is going to be moving my mission forward, moving my vision forward. And that's what I wake up every day to try to do. And that's what I want for you as well. And I'm going to give you a 3-step process to help you. Step number 1 is figure out your mission. What is your mission? What do you want? What problem in the world do you want to solve? Humans are built to serve, right? You want to help. Your happiness will come from helping people in some way. And if you're watching this video, chances are you're an entrepreneur or you want to be an entrepreneur and you want to help more than the 10 people around you. You want to have an impact. So what's your mission? If you could snap your fingers and think this problem, this giant problem is solved, what problem would you pick? There's a million amazing, worthwhile problems to go off and solve, but not a million for you. There's one for you. What is that? What's your mission? Number 2. How will you advance your mission today and gain momentum? This is where a lot of people fall down. They have a big mission. You know what you want to accomplish. You know the world you want to create, but it's so far in the future. It's never going to happen. It feels futile to even chase it down. Don't think that way, because helping one person is still helping one person. Every one person that I help unlock, that's another person who then can go spread the message. Every one person who discovers their Michael Jordan level talent and believes in themselves more to chase it down is another person whose mind's been unlocked and they're able to go off and do it and help others. You have to help people one at a time, right? It doesn't mean you can't have this bigger impact too, but don't let your big mission, your big vision, your big idea prevent you from taking action, from getting started, because momentum is a thing that's missing in most people's lives. Momentum is the reason why most entrepreneurs don't succeed. So start building momentum. This week, what's one small step that you can take this week to help your mission advance just a little tiny bit forward? And number 3, where will you schedule for success so that you stay consistent? Show me your calendar, I'll show you your life, right? You have these goals, you want to accomplish this mission, awesome. Where is it in your calendar that you're going to be spending time on this thing? If it's not in your calendar, it's not going to happen. If you wait until you have free time, it's not going to happen. You're just never going to do it. Because some other life priority is always going to come up in the way. You have to fight for this time. You have to put gates and blockades and barriers around this time so that you make it happen. You have to. Otherwise, it will never happen. You have to schedule for success. Your success comes down to your habits. And your habits are what you put into your calendar to say, these things must get done. Now, you're not going to spend 24 hours a day working on your mission. I get it. Awesome. Maybe you already have a full-time job and you can't take away from that. Awesome. But show me in your calendar. Mark it down. This block, right? Maybe it's only one time a week. Great. This block of time is uninterrupted, is my priority, is my focus. I'm not going to get distracted. I'm going to make sure that this block of time happens every week, every day. Whatever it is for you, put it into your calendar, schedule for success. When is that block of time going to happen for you? Also, to make sure you're actually taking action after watching this video, I've designed a special free worksheet just for this video. The worksheet will highlight our favorite lessons from the video that will inspire you to remember what you learned today and actually apply them. The worksheet will also give you space to write down what your key takeaways are and your specific plan of action to make sure you're getting results. If you want the worksheet designed specifically for this video, absolutely for free, there's a link in the description below. Go click on it and start building the momentum in your life and your business. I'll see you there.
Rule number 3, focus on the right things.
One of my favorite
ready? I'm ready. Are you guys ready?
Let's go!
We shake it off. Now turn around. We don't let no bad vibes get in our way. Put your hands up in the air. When we dance, we don't care. Wave left, now right. Then turn around and one more time.
Shake it off, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side. Shake it off, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side.
Shake it up, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side. Shake it up, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side. Some days you'll feel like you're on top, but some days go down like a big old flop. But I know what to do when I'm feeling blue. I just gotta feel the groove. Don't care what others say. No one's gonna ruin my day. Put a smile on, don't be shy. Begin to dance, it's worth a try.
Shake it off, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side. Shake it off, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side.
Shake it up, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side. Shake it up, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side. We shake it off. Now turn around. We don't let no bad vibes get in our way. Put your hands up in the air. When we dance, we don't care. Wave left, now right. Then turn around and one more time.
Shake it off, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side. Shake it off, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side.
Shake it up, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side. Shake it up, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side.
Shake it off,
Turn around.
put your hands up, wave left to right. Turn it around. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off.
Now turn around. We don't let no bad vibes get in our way.
Wait here for Montoya, who fires it across, and in it goes from Messi.
Good morning, guys. I'm going to borrow from Les Brown today. Again, one of my favorite guys in terms of having fun, as he's and still on the path to infinite mind wealth, but he's an incredible human being. So I remember Les Brown describing Murphy's Law, and it's basically the law that says anything that can happen will happen. So anything bad that could potentially happen will happen. This is life. We all are going to feel pain, rejection, all these negative things. But I love his attitude. And there was one moment where he was describing, or in his speech, he was talking about all these things that would happen. You know, people are afraid to start because this and this will happen. And then eventually he got to a point in his speech where he says, will I get hurt? Yes, you will get hurt. And the way he said it, of course, I don't do Les Brown justice, but yes, we will get hurt, but we got to laugh at it. It's life, you know, it's going to happen to all of us. Have a great day, everybody.
Favorite quotes of all time is whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. It's usually attributed to Henry Ford. From all of the videos that I've made, all of the successful people that I profiled, from industry titans to monks, one of the things that they all have in common is the ability to focus on the things that they can do to improve their situation. There are a million reasons why your idea will not work out, and 8 while it will. Successful people focus on the 8 reasons why it will succeed, and unsuccessful people focus on the million reasons why it won't. So it's time to decide, which one are you? I was recently on an Instagram Live with an entrepreneur calling in from Dallas who's in his car, he's driving to work, and he's a solo entrepreneur right now, and he wants to build a team. He wants to build a business. He wants to get out of doing all the day-to-day and become an entrepreneur instead of just a self-employed person. So he said, well, how do I do it? How do I bridge the gap? How do I get from where I am right now to where I want to be? You need to focus on the right things. So I asked him, listen, man, what is the highest value use of your time? What is the thing that when you do it, it generates a huge yield for your business? What is that thing? And he said prospecting. Amazing. How much time do you spend prospecting every day? And he said 2 hours. So I told him, spend 4. That's what you need to do. The thing that you have Michael Jordan level talent at, the thing that you are the best in the world at, that leads to big results for your business, that's where you need to spend more time on. Because you won't ever get to the point where you're hiring a team and building people out under you if you're not making enough money from your current activities, right? I don't want you to go into deep debt to hire your first person. I want you to figure it out on your own, but that comes from doing the things that you bring the highest value to. And so for him, spending 4 hours a day prospecting, building his business, bringing in more money, building his name, getting the referrals, getting his company off the ground will give him the margin to then be able to hire people underneath him. Now, it doesn't mean that in 5 years or 2 years or even a year, he's still doing prospecting. Maybe he moves on and does something else. Or maybe prospecting is the thing that he is the greatest in the world at. But right now, what is the greatest use of his time? It's prospecting. Great. 2 hours a day is not enough. Go to 4. Make it happen. That's the fastest way to grow your company. Focus. So how can you shift your focus and start getting the success you're after? I'm going to give you the 3-step process to find out how. Step number 1 is believe that you have Michael Jordan level talent. This frustrates me so much. Untapped potential is the thing that I'm trying to uncover in everybody. You need to believe that you have Michael Jordan level talent at something. You need to believe that you are the best, the absolute best in the world at something. And chances are it's not the thing that you went to school for, and it's not the thing that your parents want you to be, and it's not the thing that is usually done in your family or your culture or your community or your city. It's not the thing that's normally done. That's the thing that you could be the best in the world ever at. You need to believe that. If you don't believe that you have capabilities that are beyond what you're doing right now, you're never going to grow. You're never going to scale. You're never going to accomplish it. You're going to settle in life for all the things that are below your potential. So that's the first step. And whether it's watching my videos or reading a book or listening to a podcast or whatever it is that makes you come alive, you need to believe that you have Michael Jordan level talent at something, even if you don't know what it is yet. Step number 2 is don't spend money until you're making it. It's so easy to spend money, and I see it happen to so many entrepreneurs. They quit their job, they go into debt, they're spending money. They run out of money, and then in 6 months, they're back at another job. Don't spend money until you're making money. Don't focus on the wrong things. Focus on how can you use your effort, your energy, your time, the resources you do have to build this thing, to make it happen, to start making money. Spend your time on that. Spend your time on what you think will actually start to generate a return without you having to go and say, well, I need venture capital. I need an angel investor. There's so many ideas that just die on the table because entrepreneurs are unwilling to get out there and just start because you think you need capital. Raising capital becomes a full-time job. Raising capital becomes a full-time excuse for people to not take action on their dreams. So it's great to have a big plan, and it's great to think about how this thing could turn into some world-renowned organization. I love it, and for that you will need extra capital. Amazing. What are you going to do right now? Don't focus on the money you don't have. Focus on what you can do with what you do have. It's always the answer. And step number 3 is focus on the highest use of your time. What is the highest use of your time? Just like the question that I asked to the guy who called in from his car on my Instagram Live. For me, it's not prospecting. For him, it's prospecting. If I spent 4 hours a day prospecting, my business would tank. It's not what I'm great at. It's not what I want to get great at. It's not where my Michael Jordan level talents lie. I would be spending more time creating content, doing this. This is what I need to be doing more of. I need to be doing more helping entrepreneurs. I need to be doing more speaking, more videos, all of it, more. That's the best use of my time. What's the highest use of your time? This is an individual question. You can model success. I love it. You can learn from what I'm doing. You can learn from what he's doing. and you can learn from Steve Jobs, Gopal Das, all of them. Yes, try on the hat and see what fits. But what is the highest use of your time, and then try to spend as much time doing that as possible. You won't spend 100% of your time doing the highest use of your time. Entrepreneurship is a lot of crap that goes along with it. There's a lot of stuff you have to do that you don't want to do. But if you're only spending 5% of your time on a thing that you could be Michael Jordan at, you're never going to get to the spot you need to be. So what is the highest use of your time, and then spend as much time as possible doing that.
Rule number 4, believe.
You've got a great idea. You know it can change the world. You know it can have a big impact. You know it could change the fortunes of yourself, your family, the people around you. You've got a great idea. You know it can work. You know it can work. The problem is you don't know if it can work for you. You believe in the idea, but you don't believe in yourself. And so here's what's happened. Why? Well, it's because you've tried and stopped and started and stopped and started and stopped, and you maybe saw a little bit tiny results, but then you lose the motivation and you stop. You've never stayed with anything long enough to actually let it see results, and so you built up this pattern inside yourself that says, I can't do it. The idea is great, but I can't do it. That's really at the core. If you really believe that you could do it and you really believed in the idea, you'd be doing it and crushing it. So that's the biggest difference. That's why lack of belief is the world's biggest problem. The only thing you're missing is actual sustained momentum against your ideas. Because if you believe that you could do it, you'd be out there doing it. You believe in your idea and how it could change the world, but you don't believe in your own abilities to do it. Now this is where we have to start talking about making decisions with your head versus your heart. So your head only understands a world that exists. Your head is logical, it's practical. And so whatever's been done can be done again, right? It's logical. And so if you've got a job at some company, you know you can make X thousands of dollars a year. That's safe, that's logical, that's practical. You know it can be done. It exists. Other people have done it too. You compound that with people telling you to do the safe thing, right? Go get a job, go take the safe path, go take the safe route. And so there's a lot of outside forces, especially fear generated, that keep you on a small path, keep you on the safe path. And it's not necessarily wrong. It's not malicious. They're not trying to hurt you. It's just fear-based, and so it's small. You never create amazing things when you're living in a fear-based state. And that's what you're doing when you make big decisions with your head. Because your head only understands a practical world that currently exists. Now your heart's a different story. Your heart can create something that's never existed before. Your heart is where all the artists live, all the game changers live, all the people who end up making massive change in the world. That's where they live. They're creating something new. They say, I see something that other people don't see, and I can go create it. That's heart. You're creating something that hasn't existed before. That doesn't make sense. That's not logical. That's not practical. There's nothing to tell you that this could work, but you feel that it can work. That's where I know you guys are at. If you're watching this channel, you're watching this video, that's where I know you're at. The problem is living inside your head instead of living inside your heart. So what happens is you'll have some days where you're living in your heart. You'll have some days where you feel bold, motivated, excited, feeling like you're capable. Like maybe you could actually do this. You'll have some days. I'm gonna switch my hand. My hand's getting tired of holding the video. You'll have some days where you'll actually feel that way. Like maybe I could be the person. I am bold. Maybe you watch a video, maybe you just wake up and you get inspired, you had a great dream, something happens, and you have this moment where you just feel bold, powerful, unstoppable, and say, today's my day, I'm gonna go off and do it and crush it, right? We've all had those moments. But then you wake up the next day and you're back to being in your head, telling yourself, I can't do this, I didn't go to school for this, I don't have the money for this, I don't have the talent for this, I'm not good enough for this, I'm not brave enough or courageous enough for this, right? That's all your head talking to yourself. When you haven't fully decided on something big, what ends up happening is your head and your heart fight. So if you haven't fully decided that you want to start this business, that you want to hit your 10 million subscribers on YouTube, that you want to fill in the blank, your big, crazy, ambitious goal, when you haven't fully decided on it, your head and your heart are going to fight. They should fight. Because it's not logical, it's not safe, it's not practical. If it was, it wouldn't be a big idea. Your big, amazing, bold ideas are not logical, they're not practical, and they're not safe. And so your head is always gonna say, whoa, 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 slow down, this is scary. And most of the time you're gonna listen to your head, and the people around you will tell you listen to your head. What you need to do is fully decide. What you need to do is decide that this is going to happen, that it's not an option anymore, that there's no maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. Your heart has to decide the big decisions in your life. Should you go move to that other country or other city? Should you go marry that person or not? Should you go take that job or not? Should you go start that business or not? Big decisions with your heart. And then you use your head to help you figure out the how. I always find it so funny when people are thinking, well, should I do that business or not? Or should I marry that person or not? And they make a list, you make a checklist, and you write down pros and cons, right? Never make a decision that's big in your life based off of objective pros and cons, because you're making it using the wrong part of your body. Because you might really love somebody and you come up with all these lists and you got 80 cons on that list and only one pro. Or maybe that one pro is all you need. Same thing with the business. There's a million reasons why your business is not going to work out. You sit there and make a list of pros and cons. There should be way more cons. There's a million reasons why you're not going to win and 8 why you will. And the people who go off and win only focus on the 8. Making a list of pros and cons to help you make big decisions in life is one of the stupidest things you can do. Straight up. Now, your head is very important. Your head helps you accomplish your goals, but only once your heart's decided. So your heart allows you to make the big decisions. I want this to happen in my life. No negotiation, this is going to happen. And then from there, you use your head to figure out how to do it. Right? Once your head is not fighting your heart, once your head is understood, oh, he's serious, she's serious. Okay, crap, how do we actually make this happen now? That's when you use your head, because you're a smart person and you need your head aligned to help you accomplish your big goals. So if I want to go off and build my YouTube channel and get 10 million subscribers, that's happening. When I first started YouTube 11 years ago, there was no educational content. There were no 15-minute videos on YouTube. It was all memes and stupid videos and cats and just not this at all. And it took me too long to listen to my heart, quite frankly. You know, I loved it, and so I kept doing it. And you know, pat on my own back for myself is that thankfully I kept going. I wasn't as consistent as I am now, but I kept going. I didn't give up, even though there were no signs that I would have success, right? My first video got 3 comments in 1 year, and one was my mom, one was my sister, and one was some random dude. I wasn't getting traction. I was still looking back at some of my old videos yesterday, and a lot of them, no comments, right? Like one video, 35 views, 0 comments. Man, I guess I spent a lot of time making that video. And so I kept going because there was something inside me that said, I need to keep doing this. I wish I kept going faster. And it's my wish for you too, right now, with your business, with your idea, with your crazy goals. I wish you keep going, but I wish you go faster on it. That you decide with your heart to say, I am making this happen. And you say, head, listen to me. We're making this happen. Now you're the smart one. Help me figure out how to actually do it. So to get to my 10 million subscribers, how do I do it? And every day I'm using my brain to help me do it. And hopefully you are too. When your head and your heart are fighting, when your goals, your ambitions, your dreams are fighting every day what you think is practical, logical, possible, you're just going to be stuck. Very slow growth, very slow momentum, knowing you're capable of more, but just stuck because you're fighting yourself. The biggest problem is you're just fighting yourself. But when you can let go, when you can say, my heart is going to help me make the big decisions in my life, and my head's going to help me figure out how, magical things start to happen. And that's my wish for you.
Rule number 5, the last one before our very special bonus clip: don't quit.
When do you quit? You quit when you don't love it anymore. If you quit now, but you still love it, you will regret that decision the rest of your life. You'll constantly wonder, what if I just gave it one more day, one more week, one more month? You might have to slow down and do something else to survive, but you have to keep going if you still love it. So I look at my early days as a YouTube creator, and you can go back on my channel and see how awkward I was and nervous I was. And my first video, I'm sitting down in a suit and a tie, and I'm sweating, and I'm trying to memorize my lines, and it took me all day to make one video. Most of my lines were me reading because I couldn't memorize the entire script, and I was so afraid of not having to be perfect with my lines. And so I read most of it and had B-roll on top of it. But still, it took me a whole day just to get some of those lines out on camera, like take after take after take after take after take. And when I started, on paper, it looked like a stupid idea. I had no video background. I'm introverted. It doesn't come across now, but I'm introverted. I don't like being the center of attention. I don't go and talk to people and introduce myself. I don't like the camera being on me. I don't like being in a spotlight. It doesn't make me feel amazing about myself. I don't crave it. I'd much rather be at home by myself, with my wife. That's super comfortable for me. That's easy. So when I started, it was just an experiment. And even though I wasn't very good at it, I just loved it. I don't know, I liked it. I'm a visual learner, and I think people are built to serve, right? And I struggled so much as an entrepreneur that I wish there was more content for entrepreneurs that was visual and that modeled success. Bill Gates saved my company, not me talking to him or him investing in my business, just his story, how he started. I applied, and that started growing my company. And I wish there were more resources telling the stories of successful, famous entrepreneurs that you could learn from. One, just get inspired to say, wow, look what they can do. But two, also to get specific ideas to help you grow your business. And it didn't exist. And so I thought, I'm going to go make it, right? Typical entrepreneur. Nothing exists in the market, so I'm going to go off and create it myself. And so it made me do all these things that I was afraid of, that I wasn't good at, that I didn't have natural talent at. And it took me 5 years to get to my first 7,000 subscribers, right? Think about that journey. Now, I wasn't doing it every day. I wasn't as hardcore committed. I was experimenting and playing with it a bunch before actually taking it seriously. But I loved it. Even now, I love it. Like, as much as I'm afraid to get in front of the camera, or afraid to go and do a speech because I don't want to disappoint people, I still love it. I love it. I love serving. I love helping people. This is what I need to do. And so even though I wasn't seeing a lot of momentum or traction at the beginning, even though all this stuff on paper looked like it was against me and I should quit and I should go do something else, for whatever reason in my heart it told me I can't quit now. I have to keep going. And just through sheer perseverance and adjusting and developing the skill set and getting better and becoming more skilled, I slowly got better. And now here we are. My main channel has over 2 million subscribers and 300 million views, and it's only because I didn't quit on my dreams when everybody else would have quit. And I want the same thing for you. If you still love the thing that you're doing, it may not make sense right now. It may not be practical right now. You don't know how it's all going to work out. Awesome. You have to keep going or you're going to regret it. Just quick story. I remember meeting a friend of mine in Orlando a number of years ago, just as I was about to start taking off. So maybe 5 years ago or so in Orlando, and he was telling me that he's going to be the next Gary Vee, and that I'm going to go off and be the next big YouTuber, and let's go build this thing and like cheer each other on. And he posted something maybe 2 years ago on his Instagram saying, I met Evan in Orlando, and he showed, posted the picture of us having a, Starbucks in Orlando, and I told him I was going to be the next Gary Vee, and he was going to go off and be the next big YouTuber. And Evan went off and did it, and I didn't do my part. He just didn't have enough momentum. He just start and stopped, and he didn't do it. And he has a lot more natural talent, charisma, energy than I do. I think we both have a level of kind of care and love and wanting to serve and help, but he was way more than that to me. The only difference is I just kept going. I loved it, and I didn't want to quit on it, and now he regrets that he didn't take the action. Now he's off doing it. He's chasing his dreams down. He's back on the horse and creating more content and trying to be that next person, but he regrets not having hustled as much as I did over the 3-4 years between us meeting. And I don't want that for you. You've got a dream, energy, passion. You can give something great to the world. If you love it, you have to find a way to keep going. If you don't love it, quit immediately. Like, get out of that business if you hate it. If you love it and it just hasn't worked out yet, you have to keep going. Okay, so what's the 3-step process to know if you should quit and how to keep the momentum going on your dreams? Let's go. Step number 1 is make the big decisions in your life with your heart and the small ones with the head. Big decisions with the heart, small ones with the head. Here's the thing. Your head is designed to keep you safe. Your head only understands a world that currently exists. It's logical, it's practical, it's survival mode. It keeps you safe. It knows what already exists. The problem is your heart wants to create something new. Your heart is telling you to go off and do something that's never been done before. So the fact that you want to step outside what your parents have done and what your community's done and what your family has done is not safe, is not practical, is not logical. You want to create and burst something new. That's what entrepreneurs do. So often, the big ideas that you have, your head and your heart they're not aligned. They're fighting. Your heart wants to do this thing. You love it. You know it's inside you. Like, I got to make this thing. But your head's saying, you can't do that. You don't have the schooling, education, resources, connections, money. You can't go off and do that. Go get the safe job, right? And so often the head wins out because we live in scarcity, but your heart knows you're capable of more and you're frustrated with your life. You have to make the big decisions in your life with your heart. We're not making some list of pros and cons. That's your head thinking. Don't do that. Big decisions with your heart. And then you use your head to help you figure out the plan. It's like your heart tells your head, heart, we're doing this. Head, we're doing this. Okay? No options. Now help me figure out. You're the smart one. Help me figure out how to actually make it happen. Big decisions in life with your heart. Small ones with the head. Number 2 is understand that your purpose comes from your pain. This is a key theme in my new book, Built to Serve. Your purpose comes from your pain. Your purpose is to help other people who currently are what you used to be. Think about what you struggled with, what you suffered through. There are so many people who are currently struggling with the exact same thing. You represent hope to them. You can help them. You can guide them. You can save them. But you have to be out there creating. So if the idea that you have, the dream that you have is in service to the people who currently are who you used to be, and you're going to reach back and help them, you have to keep going. That's going to fill you up for life. I love helping entrepreneurs so much because I struggled so much as an entrepreneur in my first business when I felt worthless. I love modeling success and teaching you guys about all these famous entrepreneurs and what they've done because that's how I got out of the hole that I was in, right? Bill Gates saved my first company. His story did, right? So that's all I've done now for the past 20 years of trying to now give back and help out other entrepreneurs. And so if your purpose in your business and what you want to create is coming from that pain point that you went through and you want to help others not suffer as much, you have to keep going because that's going to fill you up for the rest of your life. And number 3 is ask yourself, what would you do if money wasn't a problem? A lot of times we quit because money's a problem. And that is a practical reality of being an entrepreneur. Money is often a problem. You haven't figured out yet how to make it a success. You haven't figured out with my YouTube channel at the beginning. I didn't know how to make it a success. I wasn't making any money. I wasn't getting any views, no comments, no subscribers, right? You haven't figured out the path yet. But if money wasn't the problem, what would you do? Would you still be doing the same thing? This is what often separates the people who just have the maniacal commitment to keep going and have the momentum and energy sustained to keep going, where most logical, sane people would quit and give up because they just love the thing that they're doing so much. If the reason you're doing it is just chasing opportunity, you're gonna lose. You should quit. If you're just chasing opportunity because this year is the year of XYZ, right? Whatever product or service, if you're just chasing down an opportunity, then get out. Because you're gonna go up against people who love what they're doing, right? If it's you who's just chasing opportunity, going up against somebody who loves the thing, you're gonna lose. They're gonna beat you every time. You might have this small, tiny window of success, and then you have to hop to the next thing, hop to the next thing, and hop to the next thing, and never have any sustained success because you don't actually love the thing that you're doing. And you're gonna come home and be frustrated and angry and upset and never really fulfilled. So the reason that you're chasing down the thing, money's important. It's just not number 1. It's gotta be in your top 5. But if you had all the money in the world, what would you spend your time doing? And then make sure that whatever business you're in right now is just a smaller version of what you would be doing, because that's the dream that you want to work towards.
And here we are again. Back to where it all begins. Where it all begins and never ends. That source, that oneness, that consciousness, that awareness. That we know is in all of us. That power to determine, to control our minds. You see, nobody else, nothing else in this universe can do what you do every day. gym of life. Only you, human being, only you, infinitely intelligent being, can do the ultimate. Only you can control your mind, your thoughts, and therefore your feelings. But it takes a lot of hard work. It takes, first of all, believing that you can do it. If you don't believe in yourself, your mind health, your chance at mind wealth is not possible. But that's not the way it was meant to be. You were born to win. Control over your mind, your thoughts. To have and be all you were meant to be. And that means believing 100% in who you really are. And that is the key to your mind health and your mind wealth, your happiness, your freedom, your success, your infinite peace and love towards everything and anything. It's possible. It's all because of you, your determination, united with all of our determination, creates that oneness, that consciousness, determination.
Murky on the beat.